Welcome to Ride the Vibe, where creative folks have the opportunity to share the genesis and power of their creativity, where they can intend having their talent being expressed all over the planet. Raise your vibration to attract abundance, express yourself, and find out what it takes to tap into your purpose and release your creative self. Take a step outside your comfort zone and manifest what you truly desire. Jump on a wave and ride the vibe. It's a cool way for getting the creative juices flowing. Join Michael Don Miguel Litten every other Friday at 6 p.m. Catch the show on WDJY 99.1 FM, on the United Intentions Spreaker channel, iTunes, Stitcher, and many more. You can also follow us on social media, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as United Intentions, and on Twitter at Higher Intention. And enjoy the groovy vibe. And here's Don Miguel.
Good evening, planet Earth. Michael Don Miguel Litten here. I'm so stoked. Holiday show here. I've got Wahid Gomes in the house. Got Frankie on the technology along with Sergio. And Wahid is one of United Media Intentions Network's own. So how cool is that, man? Totally stoked. And if you guys follow my shows, I always like to open up the show with a little bit of musical trivia. Events that happened in history on this day. And in 1960, Ornette Coleman records his influential album, Free Jazz, a collection of improvisational, established the name for free jazz sound. Pretty cool in 60. 1961, the Beatles record Sweet Georgia Brown and Ready Teddy, kind of classic songs. And in 1968, going to a different genre, Glenn Campbell records Wichita Lineman. That was a good country song. And it went to #1 in the U.S. And then last but not least, in 1970, this was iconic, Elvis Presley meets President Nixon in the White House. And the image of that meeting is the most requested photo of the entire National Archives. And the backstory on that, Presley had a lot of problems with substance abuse, and he wanted an FBI badge badly so that he could travel with drugs and use his badge. So that was the method to his madness of doing the visit. But Nixon had his picture made, and it's a classic. If you haven't seen it, definitely Google it. Elvis Presley at the White House. So this CD listening party wants you all to sit back in the comfort of an environment that you're, that's comfortable for you, and get your favorite adult beverage. We are featuring here in the studio a Gate City variety of brews. We've each got a different flavor. Wahid and I are splitting a Copperhead American Amber Ale. And Gate City's right here in Roswell, GA, which is where we're broadcasting from. Absolutely. And the way we roll this CD listening party, for those of you that are new, we've got Wahid, and Wahid is with Verde Music Group, as well as the DRS Studios. And so Wahid has got a lot of artists that he works with in different capacities. So he's selected 4 artists that have current projects out, and we're going to play one song in its entirety. Now, how cool is that? You're going to get to listen to the whole song, 4 different artists, one in each of the segments, and then Wahid is going to talk about it.
I love it.
That's awesome. So before we get started, thank you, Wahid. You're the best. So before we get started, talk a little bit about, for those, we're in a soundbite world, right? So at the 30,000-foot level, what do you want listeners to take away from this show?
I would like them to take away that there's still good music out there. And one place that you can listen to some really great music is Ride the Vibe. Not only Ride the Vibe here on the UI Media Network, but also through Verde Music Group, which is a local boutique music publishing company. And
that you started?
Yes, I started. It's a couple years old now. It's still in the works. Yeah. It's a startup, but we definitely have some amazing artists that you'll hear a few of them today. Yeah. But just know that there's a company out there that puts out intentional music, high vibrational music that again we intend to change the world one song at a time.
I love that tagline.
Thank you.
The Gandhi. And you're right here in Roswell, GA.
Absolutely.
Nice. So what's the genesis of Verde Music? And I got to know, I think my girlfriend said, "Oh, Verde." She likes to think she knows a little Spanish. She said, "That's green." She's got a daughter, Emily, who's fluent. But tell us the story on how you came up with the name Wahid.
Well, the story is my great 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 grandfather was an immigrant and migrated to the U.S. From Cabo Verde, which is from Cape Verde Islands.
Yeah.
Americans, we say Cape Verde, Cape Verde, or Cape Verdean, but it's Cabo Verde. So
Located
the West Africa. It's off of the coast of West Africa, about 100 miles off the coast.
like by the Seychelles and that.
Yes.
Kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so when I was, it still ties into the studio and the record company that I used to have, but when I was trying to think of a rebranding and kind of wanted to spin off the studio and the record company, and I was thinking about, well, I want to start a publishing company, and I was trying to figure out something unique that's personal to me. And after getting a couple downloads, I felt like Verde Music Group was it.
Just came to you. Great.
After prayer, I prayed for it though.
Yeah, I love that.
I prayed because I was frustrated. Sometimes you have to just,
and then it just
sit back
and
it came.
Nice. I love that. That's too cool. And then tell me about. So this was kind of fascinating. So DRS. That's Damahum.
Yeah, nice try. Damahum. Nice try, Michael. Damahum. Thank you.
Have some more beer, Michael, because that was pathetic.
No, it's fine. Everybody, that's great. That's why we shortened it. But it's Damahum Recording Studio. That was started in 2007.
Okay.
So it's been a little time now.
Yeah.
And I kind of got tired of everybody saying, "Oh, what does that mean?" or "How do you spell it?" and all this stuff. So we decided to rebrand the company probably about 4 years ago.
Nice.
And shortened it down to DRS.
I can do that. No, I even messed that up on one of the shows.
Yeah. Most people, it's hard, but I'm confused. We got 2 cell phones, 3 phone numbers.
Wow.
2 companies. It's confusing.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
But it's so, and then the website we shortened as well. So it's real simple, like drsatl.com.
Yeah. And what is so the Verde is the publishing arm, and then the studio is the production arm?
Yes.
Is that in
It's
essence?
a professional recording studio that we provide professional recording studio services such as mixing, mastering, studio time.
Yeah.
We're starting up vocal lessons, voice training.
Wow.
We do a lot of podcasts, voiceover work, lots of voiceover work.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then publishing, talk about that, because that's a lot of the early artists, like probably Ornette Coleman, they did not understand that was really where the money is or was, right?
Still
They didn't get the publishing rights.
Right.
And so they lost out. But so Verde is about helping the artists who put out their work capture that revenue. Is that did I get that even close?
Well, no, it's about Verde Music Group capturing the revenue.
Okay. I got you.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
Hence Verde Green, Laura.
now we're
Green,
starting.
as
Now
in
we're
the
peeling.
qualm. Show me the qualm.
Yeah, now we're peeling back the onion.
Yes. We like to do that here on Ride the Vibe. I've told Wahid no gotcha questions.
No, but honestly, I just wanted to. Okay, what was the question?
So
Publishing,
the publishing piece.
So we have really fair deals. We pretty much, our standard deal is a 50-50 split on the licensing. We have a niche. We have, if we don't do a full publishing deal, we do licensing deals. So what we'll do is we for a period of time we will have the rights to license the intellectual property, which is the copyright.
Nice.
And
that's really where the
yes,
the ongoing cash comes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And then we just split that with the artists or songwriters most of the time, and then they still get 100% of their royalties, their performance royalties.
That sounds very fair. I mean,
It's extremely fair.
So speaking of, we've got 4 different artists that Wahid is going to feature tonight. Or we're going to feature.
State City Brew is
so,
really
and
good.
look at that solo cup. That's an ugly or attractive sweater solo cup. Coolie.
I like
How cool
it.
is that? It comes from Rain Dance Media. And then
Thanks,
this
Rain Dance.
came from an anonymous sponsor on our morning show. So how cool is that? Thank
and
you.
I feel
again.
bad I don't have my cup with me.
Well, that's all right. It's
But
okay.
thank you, anonymous donor,
Yeah, exactly.
for the 5th or 6th time.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
grateful.
We can't thank you enough.
No.
Yeah. So we need to. I think we ought to just kick off and play a song.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's play.
What day is it today?
Friday. So let's play Fridays, man. From do I say it?
Kameen.
Kameen.
Yes. Yeah. Kameen.
Beautiful. Let's cue that up.
Just dance to this. Check it out.
Friday. Cheers, y'all.
Christmas time when this day arrives. Fridays, those are the fun days. Always ready to party. Fridays, those are the fun times. Ready to get nice, ready to celebrate. Fridays, it's that day of the week, yeah, when you call on your friends, yeah. Ladies, get your hair did, get your nails done, get your shoes right, yeah. 'Cause tonight you know it's on. Fridays, those are the fun days. Always ready to party. Fridays, those are the fun times. Ready to get nice, ready to celebrate. Fridays, we're cashing out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No work tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Let go your problems. Monday, Tuesday, Friday. 'Cause tonight we're partying like it's free. Fridays, those are the fun days. Always ready to party. Fridays, those are the fun times. Ready to get nice, ready to celebrate. Fridays, those are the fun days. Always ready to party. Fridays, those are the fun times. Ready to get nice, ready to celebrate. Fridays. Oh, Fridays. Oh, we're cashing out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No work tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Let go your problems. Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Wow, I love that song. Friday, if you can't get up and dance to that, unbelievable. That's Fridays by Kameen. That's off his new album titled My Creative Madness.
Oh, it's
So
great.
We hope he'll call in perhaps 678-495-4345 or any of the rest of y'all out there that want to chit-chat about this. Again, we've got Gate City in the house. Wahid and I are splitting a golden or Copperhead American Amber Ale. And then Frankie on the technology's got a half-gallon milky ale, and then
Half
Sergio,
gallon?
right? Yeah,
Man.
it's called a half-gallon, but just
Oh, I
in a
thought he was
regular,
drinking a half
just in a
gallon.
regular,
Oh, okay.
regular size. Yeah, no, we don't. We want to make sure the technology stays right. And then Sergio's got an OTP. We're going on break here. We got to support our sponsors. Keep the lights on here.
Yeah, and I know, not to interrupt, but I
No,
know,
go,
I
yeah.
talked to Kameen earlier. I know he has, I think he's performing tonight
Is he?
somewhere. So
Okay.
I believe he had a sound check
Nice. Yeah.
somewhere around this time. So he may or may not call.
Do you know
in.
where?
I know I hear the, I do not, but I know I hear the phone ringing. So hopefully if that's him, then he can hang tight and
Good.
we'll reach it. We'll be able to answer it soon. And listen to this remix right here.
Yeah. So we're heading out. We're heading out to break. Stay with us, and we're going to play a song "Solidify" by Floodgate when we come back.
All right.
Nice. Ride the vibe.
Sun is shining, clothes are Ryan, weekends calling, my money's right.
Download the UI Media Smart app at uimediaapp.com to watch and listen to all your favorite shows anytime from anywhere. Educate and feeds the conscious cells throughout your body. We bring you never heard before topics in health, inspiration, music, psychics, numerology, current affairs, controversies, and much, much more. So what are you waiting for? Visit www.uimediaapp.com and start raising your frequency now.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
We are back on Ride the Vibe. This is a CD listening party. Just played Fridays by Kameen. How cool is that? Off his new album, My Creative Madness. Wahid with Verde Music. You produced that?
I did not produce that one.
Okay.
But we are working on some new stuff. I forget the name. I think it's Pyro. I think DJ Pyro produced that, I believe.
But you were involved as it related to the publishing, or what's?
Yes, we do. We have a co-publishing deal with the
Through DRS.
Verde Music
Or
Group.
Verde Music. Okay,
Absolutely.
that's right. I got it.
It's
I've already
okay.
got it screwed
It
up.
is. It's okay. Everyone else in the world does too.
I've already got it messed up.
But yeah, and so Kameen and I, we go way back. We grew up together
In New England.
Yeah, New England. Yes, sir.
Ah,
So
very cool.
So we have a lot of history, and
Yeah.
ever since we can remember, we were into music, and
Wow.
it's just amazing to see what kind of man he has become.
And you.
And he does a lot. He gives a lot back to charity work.
Nice.
He has different charities, different foundations.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of stuff.
Wow. And it sounds like we've got a caller, Wahid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So let's talk to our caller. Caller, welcome to Ride the Vibe. Thanks for calling in.
Yes, thanks for having me. This is Kameen.
I recognize
What's up, man?
that
Yeah, I
voice.
know the voice.
Hey, we were just talking. I need some dirt on Wahid from growing up, Kameen. What do you got on him?
Wahid, that's the man's always been about his business. We've grown up doing some good things, always good things, and always working hard. That's why he's where he's at right now.
Oh, thank you.
Well, back at you. That's a beautiful song, and I
Right.
can't wait to hear the whole album, My Creative Madness. And I'd like to extend the invitation to you when you have a free Friday, or we can record it, in advance. But want to have you on Ride the Vibe, Kameen.
Absolutely, I'd be honored. I appreciate you. First and foremost, Wahid, I appreciate you.
Oh, you're
Showing
welcome,
that
bro.
love like usual, man. We do what we do. We don't have to be in the same state to keep winning, brother. You know that.
I know, man. Hey, are you performing tonight?
I am. I'm doing a quick corporate party out in Providence, Rhode Island, and I just finished doing the sound check. I actually got it over quick so I could get on and watch y'all.
Oh, you are a
appreciate
good
you.
man. Well, we appreciate it, and we'll look forward to having you on. And we'll feature 4 songs. We'll do something different than Fridays, or we can play Fridays again off of Creative Madness when we have you on the show.
Absolutely, yeah. I have some other new things coming too, some good projects, and Wahid and I have some really hot tracks coming, for the masses.
Excellent. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Have a great show tonight. Break a leg,
Yeah,
as they
thanks,
say in
brother.
theater.
Appreciate
I
you.
appreciate it. Yep.
Thanks,
Y'all
Kameen.
keep doing your thing, keep winning.
All right.
Respect.
No doubt.
Wow.
And I was going to say something about him. Oh, and if anybody wants to reach out to and listen to more of Kameen's music, you can always go to Verde Music Group, VERDE, musicgroup.com, and go under, I think, services, where there's all the artists and writers. You can find his EPK there, because I don't want to give you the long URL. Or you can
And that
just,
would be Electronic Press Kit.
electronic. Oh,
I had to learn that.
Oh, right. You're a great researcher.
Yeah.
Or you can always go to Kameen.com. It's CAMEEN.com to get more information.
Wow. That is outstanding. So let's cue up Solidify by Floodgate, another artist that you're representing. Totally different genre now.
Absolutely. It's a
Three-piece band,
Mhm.
rock and roll.
Yes, sir.
Kind of harkens back to a little bit of creamish kind of stuff, I think,
Yeah.
maybe with that 3-piece.
Yeah.
So let's cue them up.
Let's do it.
listening party, and that was Solidified by Floodgate.
I love that song,
Man, I do too.
I love their whole project, their EP. I'm gonna go on record and say I'm Floodgate's biggest fan. And
Well, I may be
Brandon,
their second now.
Yeah. I know Brandon. If he's watching, he's gonna think I'm crazy, but I am. I love. Floodgate.
And that was Brandon on the lead guitar.
Yes, it's a three-piece band. Brandon A. Thomas, a very successful guitarist and a producer in his own right.
Yeah.
Right now, he's on tour with what's the guy's name? I can't think of his name. It slipped my mind.
Yeah.
And
then we got Jerome Flood.
Jerome Flood
on drums.
He's a drummer. Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah. He's toured with a bunch of different artists, major recording artists. He's been all over the world. Actually, he just got back from Japan. I think he was in there last month.
Yeah.
And
then you got Joel A.
Yeah, Joel Powell. He's an amazing bassist in his own right. He plays a mean upright bass too.
Ooh, I love that.
And these guys got some serious chops because this is like a metal rock band, but they play R&B, they can play jazz, they can play all genres of music to a T.
And it's all
truly
original.
true professionals.
Yeah.
So this project, yes, it's all original.
So Lee J. Howard out there at Lee J. Howard Entertainment books Riverside Sounds. Mm-hmm. Check these guys out. You can book them at the Riverside Sounds.
Absolutely.
Or Tom Ladow, who's booking Music on the Hill and Alive in Roswell.
Yes.
Check these cats out, man.
And they're local.
So we got to support that, right?
Absolutely.
Man, oh man. So I got to get a little plug in.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Leon Bridges. That's Brandon's on tour with Leon Bridges right now.
Yeah.
Actually, Tim and I took Tim out to one of Leon's show when they were here, and it was a great show. So
very cool.
Just didn't want to screw that up. Sorry, Leon.
No worries. So I got to get a little plug in. We got a little promotion because we have a smart app here at the UI Media Network, right?
Yes.
You don't need to download it. You don't have to go to the App Store. You just check out uimediaapp.com and go to that app. And then where the little hamburgers are, those little lines, you got to go to the chat section. And then if you'll submit a picture of your favorite concert, you're with your favorite artist or whatever, what we're giving you, what we're going to give the winner, Wahid and I are going to pick it, and along with Frankie and Sergio, is the Hooker 4 CD box set, man.
Wow.
John Lee Hooker. You talk about some classic blues. And this is signed by his daughter Zakiya and Olin Christopher Bell, a.k.a. Chris James.
Man, that's the icing on the cake right there.
So you got to get that. And for those of you that don't
Two
know.
living legends.
Yeah, Zakiya's got an album coming out called Legends. And Olin, talk about bass player. He's a brilliant bass player back from the Natural Four, all the way back in Oakland.
Yeah, Curtis Mayfield.
Unbelievable.
He's telling me about the Temptations.
Yeah,
all those groups he was with, Commodores.
And we had Zakiya on the show last 2 Fridays ago.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Great show. Yeah, a ton of fun.
Olin told me that at one point the Commodores opened up for him and his group.
Jeez,
can you believe that?
Lionel Richie opening up. That's pretty heavy. Yeah. So go out and check out the Natural Four.
Hey Olin.
Hey Olin, if you're watching, Zakiya.
Zakiya, hey, if you're watching, I know he said he was going to tune in. So.
Yeah. And I've got my sound system tie on tonight.
Oh, I didn't even realize you had. That's a nice tie.
Some little notes.
I like that.
Yeah, some notes. So talk a little bit more about Floodgate.
Yes.
And where they're going to perform, any gigs they've got coming up, Wahid?
I'm not sure right now. I can find out.
Yeah.
But you could always go to floodgate.com.
Okay.
And it's Flood, FLOOD, GEIGHT.com.
Yeah.
Or you could always go to Verde Music Group and check out their EPK there. But they just did a show, I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, down at the Music Room downtown. That was great. It was a great show.
Nice.
Amazing. Great sound, great engineer. But yeah, these guys, man. Well, Brandon and I have known each other for quite some time now. And
Not back from New England.
No.
Different.
I met him in Atlanta.
Okay.
And actually, quick story.
Yeah. Sure.
I actually knew Brandon's brother before I met Brandon. And eventually he introduced me to Brandon, and then and we both did music, and I kept telling him, we need to get together, we need to work on some music. So then eventually I had some sessions. I needed some session work done. I called him, he came by, and he's always prepared and always amazing and gives you way more than you need.
Professional.
True, absolutely true professional.
It's interesting because Zakiya on the show 2 weeks ago talked about that when she was growing up, because I asked her the question, what was it like growing up with John Lee Hooker? She said, everybody asked me that question. Yeah, Michael, be original. Mm-hmm. But she said it was just normal. Yeah. But the cats would come over, and what she said is they practiced.
Right.
They honed their craft. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like these cats are of that same ilk. So
practice.
Floodgate would love to have you. I'll extend the invitation to you as well.
All right.
Want to have you on the Ride the Vibe. And you can Skype in. So we could have a couple of y'all in the studio,
Right.
one Skype in, or two of you on Skype, one in the studio. However y'all want to do it, love to have you here.
Yeah, because someone's always on tour.
Yeah.
You know, one of those guys are either they're on tour together or they're touring or
Yeah.
playing for
So
somebody.
that's
So,
the
it would
beautiful
work
thing
out.
about Skype.
Absolutely.
Man, we're going to go on break. We got to support our sponsors. Keep the lights on here. You're on Ride the Vibe. Michael Don Miguel Litten here with Wahid Gomes in the house, Frankie on the board, Sergio on the technology, drinking some Gate City Brew. What could be better?
I couldn't wait to come on the show and go.
In the house. We're out of here for the break. Come back. Cool. We got that.
The United Intentions Foundation is proud to announce that we're beneficiaries for City Gala, a foundation that supports humanitarian, philanthropic, and educational efforts. The City Gala is produced for the purpose of promoting equality, assisting in access to higher education, funding mentorship and entrepreneurship programs. The gala also pushes influential individuals to become activists and face the challenges of current events. We've been fortunate enough to be selected as one of the foundations slated to raise money and garner support from influential and remarkable people. To get involved, visit www.citygala.org and learn more about this wonderful foundation. You can also join their mastermind club and have access to top executives and influencers from different industries to help you network and build your brand and business. We're honored to be a part of City Gala, and we hope you join the journey to success with us.
Don Miguel Litten here. And we had a cool guest on Awaken Atlanta, our morning show. Wahid does the technology along with Frankie and Sergio. So he's on the other side of the board when we do Awaken Atlanta, our morning show. We're currently doing it Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll be back with you all on January 8th, 6 a.m., Soulful 30. But we've got a segment we call Awaken Stars, right, where we feature someone that's a star that we want to awaken the world to, if
Yes.
you will. And we had Natalie and Zatuni. Oh, look at that. I didn't butcher that.
Love her.
But she was very cool. Called all the way in from Israel.
Israel.
How neat is that? And she's got a book out called Ensoulment. And Ensoulment is a feminine body of knowledge that integrates personal, interpersonal, collective, cosmic dimensions and allows us to connect deeper with our soul and the soul of the world. You can find out more about her, nataliezatuni.com or amazon.com. Beautiful artwork. She shared some of the pics. She's a bright, bright light. Really loved her to death. And we
I think
feature
I'm going to buy her book this weekend. I need to buy it.
The pictures were gorgeous, and she did them. So, at any rate, we're back on Ride the Vibe. Got Wahid Gomes in the house, Verde Music Group, DRS.
That's right.
So, publishing and production right here in Roswell, Georgia.
Absolutely.
Along with our studio, United Media or United Intentions Foundation, founder Tim Ray. This is his brainchild, and we've got about 14, 15 different shows and growing. So, a lot of variety of shows. And again, you can get it all through the app, uimediaapp.com.
Speaking of getting things real
go
quick,
ahead.
for anyone who likes that song Solidify and wants to purchase the Floodgate EP, they can always go to iTunes and then search for Floodgate, FLOODGEIGHT.
You know, as Jake Blues said in the Blues Brother movie, Jake and Elwood, go out and he was referencing blues. He said, go out and buy as many blues albums as you can.
Yeah.
But I would paraphrase it and say, go out and buy as much original music, because it's hard for these artists to support themselves and make a buck in this day and age.
It's hard.
So the Ride the Vibe is trying to help do that. And Rain Dance Media Solutions put together this unbelievable logo for me, and I've got it in a magnet. I've got it on my car. We've got it in Cooley's. So
slowly taking over the world, Michael.
We're kind of like the home shopping network here. We got to play some more music.
Let's do it.
Right? Let's play Daniel Nail's "Love Paradise.
Oh,
What do you
I love this
think?
song. Yes, please.
That's the
Featuring-
title track off his new album.
Absolutely, and it's featuring Atlanta's own Dewan Bozeman on sax. I have to
Nice.
say that.
And Daniel's from South Carolina. So stay with us. We're going to hear this song in its entirety. Love Paradise.
I've been waiting patiently. Tonight I'm gonna set your body free. Candles lit everywhere. Love is flowing in the atmosphere. Love paradise. I'll take you to love paradise. I'll take you to love paradise. I'll take you to love paradise. Love paradise. Some places I'm gonna touch you. The things I'm gonna do to you. Only God and us can know. Baby, you can tell us so. I'll take you to love paradise. I'll take you to love paradise. I'll take you to love paradise. Let's make love tonight. Let's make love tonight. Touch your body right. Love paradise. Let's make love tonight. Touch your body right. Love paradise. You are to me what water is to a flower. You're my desire. You're my desire. Let's make love tonight. Touch your body right. Let's make love tonight. Touch your body right. Love paradise. I'll take you there. Love paradise. I'll take you there. I'll take you to love
You are back on Ride the Vibe with Michael Don Miguel
man,
and I
great.
got Wahid Gomes in the house.
Yes,
that
sir.
was Daniel Nails.
Yes, Daniel Nails.
I love that. And that was Love Paradise.
Love
That's
Paradise.
the title track off his new album.
Yes, and that is featuring Dewan Bozeman on sax. He's a
Local
well-known
Atlanta guy.
Oh yeah, he's another true professional.
Yeah.
He plays all over town, goes on tour.
Yeah.
You can catch you a lot of times. You'll see him at the airport. He plays down there. He's just amazing.
Yeah.
And-
Beautiful sax
Oh
work on
man,
that
it's
song.
great. And we recorded that at DRS. Did
nice.
everything. Recorded
Wow.
all that at DRS. I actually produced that track.
You did, okay.
I produced and recorded, mixed and mastered that song
Yeah.
there. So
You did.
yeah.
And Daniel wrote it.
Yes.
Nice.
I wish I could say I wrote.
Yeah.
It. If he wasn't, if this wasn't being recorded, I would say I
You
wrote.
take-
I wish I did have something
Yeah.
to do with that. Man,
Yeah.
Daniel's one of the greatest songwriters I've ever met, and he just comes up with this stuff, and I'm like, how do you do it? You know, and quick, like.
It just flows. They get itchy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, Daniel, if you're out there, we'd love for you or anyone else, call in 678-495-4345, and I'll extend the invitation to Daniel as well.
Oh, yes.
Daniel, you'll come into the studio or Skype in if you're on tour. We'll do a Ride the Vibe show specifically with you, and we'll play 4 songs off Love Paradise.
Oh, that would be great.
Because it was a tough choice.
Oh,
I wanted Love Paradise because it was the title track.
Yes.
But you wanted...
I wanted to play I'm Gonna Love You.
Yeah. Or there was another one.
I
that
Choose
got-
Happiness.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's so many records,
Records,
but
yeah.
you were thinking of
the Gods.
God is not God is the greatest. Up on Me.
The one Tim likes.
That's
Is that the...
I Choose Happiness. That's God is the greatest. I Choose Happiness.
yeah.
He's got so many records,
Yeah.
some hit records.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
And speaking of hit records, for anybody that at Verde Music Group, we're a publishing company, but we do licensed music. So anybody that needs music, if it's a business, if it's a foundation like this, we do a blanket licenses. Any bloggers, content creators, other publishing companies, we have amazing songs that we will pitch to publishers and other artists. Actually, today, that's why I haven't had a chance to record change for your show, but I was actually recording national Grammy nominated artist named Dwelle.
Wow.
I don't know if you heard of
No, I
Dwelle,
haven't.
but he's a great R&B singer.
Yeah.
And we had a great time earlier downtown Atlanta. He's in town. He has several shows at the City Winery.
Okay. So they can find him at City Winery.
Yeah, he's performing tonight. He performed last night. I think he has 2 more shows tonight and tomorrow. So he's a great guy. And I wanted to give a shout out to his whole team. So that was fun. And then we rushed back over here for this show. So we're ripping and running. But we definitely have a great music for anybody who wants to need music for licensing. All you podcasters, bloggers, what do they call them? YouTube. Yeah, YouTubers, influencers.
Media, all of
Anybody needs music for your channel, feel free to reach out to us, and we would be happy to license music to you. And
you're
lastly,
talking-
over the next few weeks, we're going to be revamping our website and making it, turning it over into a music licensing website, so you can go there, find the songs you want, put in, if you're a corporation or if you're a small business or 501c, and it'll generate the license for you.
Nice. Verde Music Group.
Verde Music Group.
Right here in Roswell, GA.
Absolutely.
And you're working with a couple ladies that I was blessed to have on Ride the Vibe. One, Carla Harris.
Oh, yes.
Certain Elements is her CD, and
I love her songs.
She's got the song Cherish.
That's one of my favorite
just
songs.
Unbelievable. And her version, I got to say, just stellar.
Yes.
And then also Tony Bird, the lovely. We all saw Tony Bird at the first Music on the Hill event, Tom
I
Ladow's
was
event.
speechless.
And she was doing the songs of Natalie Cole with a big band.
Big band.
Yeah. So
Who's
you
the
definitely
pianist in the?
Tom Ladow.
Tom Ladow.
Tom
Yes,
Ladow
he
was
did.
doing the piano.
That band was great.
Yeah, very cool.
I was just stunned. I couldn't even. It was like watching Whitney Houston or someone.
Yeah.
She just was just singing, and she was
Unbelievable.
just perfect and flawless. It's like how do you do that?
Yeah.
You practice so much you don't even get it wrong.
Yeah, great. And she was fascinating. We had on that show we had a bottle of Chardonnay we got from the wine store. We opened up.
That wine was good. I forgot
it was
that
a
brand.
Chardonnay. Yeah.
What brand was
Anthony something or other.
That was.
But at any rate, we don't want to just be talking about liquor, but so we had Tony Bird, and she was at Music on the Hill, which is a venue right behind Roswell City Hall.
Yes.
In the trees. It was a great environment, great venue, and ton of fun. And I got to give a shout out to Tamra Fuller. With the Velvet Note.
Mm-hmm.
Carla Harris was there with a CD listing party, which is where I got the idea for doing this.
Yes.
So Carla played every song off her album at the Velvet Note, along with Trammell Starks, her producer, and they talked about it. And I said, well, man, we can do that on Ride the Vibe.
Absolutely.
So that was the genesis of the CD listing party for Ride the Vibe.
Yeah. Hey, Tamara. We'll be back soon.
Yeah.
She knows Daniel. We performed there several times. I love her. Her venue's great.
Yeah, great venue. And they're doing blues there now.
Yes.
On Wednesday night, I think Carlos Capote, the legendary blues harmonica player.
If he's watching, hey, guys.
Yeah, Carlos.
Hey, Terry.
Yeah, Terry Capote. So we are getting ready to go on break. You are on Ride the Vibe. The show is flying by. But when we come back, I thought it was only fitting to end the show with a song called Nightlife by Aisha Soleil.
Absolutely. There you go.
So we started it with Fridays by Camille, then did a little rock and rollish with Solidify, then kind of calmed it down with Love Paradise, and now we're gonna go into the Friday nightlife.
I know, and I'm sorry, I can't help but dance. I
Yeah.
love this. I'm the biggest fan of all these artists. Okay.
I'm the second biggest now, and I hope you all are out there as well. Go out and buy their CDs. We'll be right back. You're on Ride the Vibe. Michael Don Miguel Litten.
Purpose, action, results. Life coach Catherine Tinguy, as seen on Forbes, The Huffington Post, and many more, is on a mission to raise the vibration of the planet, one person at a time. Her work has impacted many people to identify their true purpose to create more fulfilling careers, relationships, and health. If you want to reach your highest potential and change your life, call her today. Coach Kat will help you get what you want and create a roadmap on how to get there. She likes to say, if you want to change your life, you have to ask yourself the essential questions. Get the life you want today, be the best version of yourself, and live your life to your fullest potential. Call 310-498-2356 or visit coach-cat.com to find out more. Mention you heard this on UI Media Network and receive 20% off.
If you like that remix, call in.
495-4345. Download our, or not, excuse me, my bad. You do not have to download our app, smart app, uimediaapp.com. You can get that box set, or you can get one of these coolies. Not koozies, but coolies. You definitely want one of those. You are back on with Michael Don Miguel Litten and Wahid.
The dancing man, Wahid, enjoying his music that he produced.
Unbelievable.
And you know what? This is what Daniel and I call these songs modern classics. Great R&B music.
Yeah.
That's right now.
Yeah.
You know, but
Current.
it's current, but it's timeless, and that's why we call them modern.
And he's out of
classics.
Florence, South Carolina. Learned to play violin in elementary school, and he was singing in the high school choir. And then when he was in college, he majored in music, and his dream was to be a professional musician. And he's realized his dream.
Absolutely.
So, Daniel, if you're out there, call us 678-495-4345.
Call in, Daniel.
I love that.
Yeah.
Should we just go into another song? What do you
Please,
think?
let's do it.
What do you think about Nightlife?
Let's go.
Asia Soleil.
It's another one that I produced for Asia. We're working on her whole album, but we'll tell you about that, I guess.
Yeah, when we come back.
Yeah, let's dance.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Tonight we'll be carefree.
You are back on the UI Media Network, part of the United Intentions Foundation. Thanks to Tim Ray so much for giving us this opportunity. That was Asia Soleil. I got to share a quote. This really resonated with me. Asia states, "I am and will always be a student of my gift, always studying the greats to learn every day and apply it to my own God-given talent."
So true.
That's unbelievable. You know, and I don't want to make any apologies, but we've had some little technological glitches here on the show because we're learning, right? And so every day we're learning.
That's right.
And we're going to take our God-given talents and we're going to get better each show.
I like that.
Yeah, so how about that? So talk about Asia Soleil.
Asia Soleil.
I love that song.
Oh, I know.
Nightlife.
Thank you. That's what I was doing. My little house
Yeah,
clap here.
yeah.
You know anything about house music?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, anyways,
Not too old to learn, as she said.
No. Yeah, that's right. So we actually I met, and I want to make sure I remember to shout him out. I'm a good friend of mine and also a client of mine. His name is T-Cap. His tag is "Salute, it's the Captain." So real quick, I met Asia Soleil through T-Cap, and he brought her in, and she did some songs for him. We just started. She became a client, and then we quickly turned into a working business, mutual business relationship.
You know what I'm picking up?
What's that?
You are a connector.
Absolutely, master connector.
You are a connector. Yeah.
I'm a master at building relationships.
Yeah, and you're networked, and Carmine referenced that.
Yes.
You know, all the way back to you guys growing up together, and you maintain that relationship. And
Yes.
then through the course of what you're doing here at ATL.
Yeah, it's all about integrity.
Yeah.
You know, integrity and honesty, being transparent, and that's why a lot of artists, especially like Carla Harris, I'm hoping that we can do a deal together because they want to be around people like that.
Because the industry has a bit of a bad rap.
Absolutely.
For Tom Petty, you go back, he had to sue the record companies.
Prince,
Prince, all of them. The
everybody.
last DJ, just a lack of integrity, maybe even in the world outside of music. But so it is so important.
Not here. We don't do that here.
That's
we
your
can
branding.
We can all make
really.
money. Absolutely.
You are passionate. You're visionary with integrity.
That's right.
Yeah, and that brings abundance then to you.
Yeah. Speaking of integrity, we finished talking about Asia. So we've been working on this project for years now, and if she's listening, she's probably laughing because it should have been out several years ago. But it's a masterpiece. I'm telling you, it is the first debut album. I don't know if she'll be able to even top it. We'll make more music and write songs that we think is better, but collectively, it's because it's part of her life, her journey. You know, she's from Texas. She moved to Atlanta, so we will absolutely be putting this album out for in spring. We'll start dropping some singles, but it will be out in 2019.
And
for
Asia,
sure.
you have my promise.
Yeah, she should call in. I know she's a little under the weather, but if you can, call in or leave a Facebook comment.
You have my promise that once you get the album out or before, you come on Ride the Vibe and we'll play 4 of the songs off that album. And you can chat about it.
Yeah, she's great.
Give you the whole show.
She's great performer. And she just actually opened up for a brother named another national recording artist, Bilal. We did the We Buy Black as an organization. They had a conference here last month, I believe.
And she was
the opening act. Yeah,
very cool.
One of them. Yeah, but it was great. So
I love that song, Nightlife.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I have to say, give
ahead.
the shout out to some of our other team members and songwriters. Before I get stoned to death here, shouts out to Tazell. He's amazing.
What he meant by that is we're featuring some Gate City beer.
Yes, and so Tazell is a singer songwriter. He sings gospel, Christian, inspirational music, and I really wanted to play one of his songs, but I just wanted to play the artist that had the projects actually out or coming out.
Right.
But Tazell's amazing. Drew Smith is another amazing artist. He's in Macon. He's out of Macon. Amazing singer-songwriter. Fly Faye, he's a hip-hop artist.
Yeah.
I really wanted to play some of his stuff, but maybe next time we'll get him on the
show.
show.
We're going to do another show.
He's really amazing.
We were talking about it offline. 4 songs. I mean, we'd love to put in more songs, but y'all can see 4. We can barely get those in.
I know.
So, got to give a shout-out to Pat Rains at Gate City Brewing right in Roswell.
Pat.
We just opened up an expat. Pat is from Portland, but relocated here. And it sounds like maybe we've got a caller coming in.
And while we're waiting on that call, I have to give a big shout out to Mr. Alan Cook, who's he's a pianist. classically trained pianist, guitarist. He's also a singer, but he's a great composer. He's one of our in-house composers.
Well, based on the number of names Wahid has mentioned, we may need to go to once a week here. Do we have a caller? Boss, we're thinking about that. Caller, go ahead.
Hi, this is Asia Soleil.
Oh, Asia. I hope you're feeling better. Merry Christmas.
Very happy holidays to you guys. Feeling a little bit better. Definitely had to tune in. I'm loving the show. Been watching it since the beginning. So
all right, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, your song Nightlife is stellar, and I can't wait for that album to come out. And again, would love to have you on the show, either in the studio or Skype in. And we'll do this. We'll play 4 of your songs. You and I will chit chat about them. And what do you think?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I'm already excited about it. We have a lot of great music, like what he talked about, that we've been working on for a while now. And I think people will really enjoy it because it's mainly to cater to the listeners. So it's to relate to everybody. So I think you guys will really enjoy it. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, if they're like Nightlife, I'm all over it.
Oh man, you haven't heard nothing yet. I didn't know what to pick. Actually, Michael wanted to use that because it closed out the show for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Is there a Crusader song with Randy Crawford, Nightlife?
I'm not sure. That's before my time, Michael.
There might be.
I'm going to have to research that. But at any rate, I told Wahid gotcha questions, and I didn't want to give you a gotcha question. Any listeners out there or viewers, check that out, see if that's true. But Asia, well, we hope you're feeling better. And for you all, you've heard a lot of good music here tonight, and Wahid has referenced a lot of different artists. If you do nothing else, do yourself a favor, do the artists a favor, go out and get their music, put it in a stocking for Christmas, whatever you need to do. And Asia, you're so kind. We'll look forward to having you on Ride the Vibe down the road in 2019.
Again, thank you so much. Thank you, and shout out to all the other artists that were played. They're amazing. Thanks. Wahid, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Ride the Vibe. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Beautiful. We'll get you a coolie.
Yes, and also you can always listen to. She has a great underground, if you will. Mixtape called Green Lights, and you can get that for free if you go to verdemusicgroup.com. You can find Asia Soleil's EPK there, or you could always go to asiasoleil.com. ASAI.
Yeah, ASIA.
Yes.
Soleil.
SOULE.
With the E, with a little choot over
.com.
the E. Thanks, Asia.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You've been on Ride the Vibe here, and just too cool. Into the new year in 2019, we're going to start out January 4th. Totally different. We're going to shift. We're going to have Cammie Stevens on Ride the Vibe, and Cammie is the musical director for the Michael O'Neill Singers out of Roswell United Methodist Church.
Wow.
And we'll feature 4 of their songs. So Ride the Vibe is about variety, but it's about music, it's about soul, and it's about integrity. Absolutely. You all, we love you. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Michael.
Happy New Year. Thank you, Wahid. Thank you, the artists. Thank you, Kameen, Floodgate, Daniel Nails, Asia. We're out of here.
You have been listening to Ride the Vibe on the UI Radio Network. Ride the Vibe is sponsored by the United Intentions Foundation at unitedintentions.org. Catch the show on WDJY 99.1 FM, on the United Intentions Spreaker channel, iTunes, Stitcher, and many more. You can also follow us on social media, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as United Intentions, and on Twitter at Higher Intention. Be sure to visit unitedintentions.org, a virtual vision board where you can connect with other like-minded people around the planet. Cheers to a groovy day, and remember to always ride the vibe. The United Intentions Foundation and its associates take no responsibility for the opinions and statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests.